Joshua Meyer with 7 Chesley Drive. I support the free speech resolution before you in the hope that we never see again what I witnessed on May 1st at UNH and I described to you last time. And since I spoke to you, a number of the arrestees have sort of let UNH off the hook without even seeing the charges against them because they worried about their study abroad and other opportunities. But I think we still need to confront what really happened at UNH and have the truths come out, including some violent assaults against people who were not guilty of what they were arrested for, as indicated in this update from WNRT.
12 people were arrested at the May 1st pro-Palestinian protest at UNH. Students had set up an encampment in front of Thompson Hall. Police had warned the students arrests would be made if the students didn't take the tents down and clear the property. UNH's police chief, Paul Dean, told us then that setting up an encampment was in violation of the permit granted to organizers. After 3 warnings over an intercom, police arrived in riot gear, and a dozen people left in handcuffs. All were charged with disorderly conduct and criminal trespassing, 2 charged with resisting arrest, and 2, Aiden Turner and Sebastian Rowan, are facing simple assault charges for allegedly grabbing the UNH police chief. But now, 8 of those people have had their charges dropped entirely. 3, including Turner, opting to go to trial with dates already set for September and October, and Rowan's case was moved to Stratford Superior Court. It's unclear when he'll be back in front of a judge. In Dover, Kelly O'Brien, WMUR, News 9.
So now we know that things started hours before in a very bad way, and that the governor behind the scenes called the protesters anti-Semites and ordered riot troops to the area to combat pure hate, which was crazy considering all of the Jews involved in the anti-war movement. And I think the governor's intrusion sort of led UNH officials to lose their bearings, including the very highly regarded Chief Dean, who ran into the protesters, as I described in more detail last time, out of uniform to wrestle away a small piece of fabric, and then created all these fabrications about tents and other things that had not yet been set up, and the linked armed circle he had to fight through, and no such thing happened, and then he had 2 people arrested who never touched him. Aiden did encourage the people to lock arms after the chief left, but the chief slipped away. Sebastian Rowan and Aiden never touched him, yet they were arrested later for violently assaulting him. Here's the chief slipping back with his fabric behind the linked armed protesters to T Hall. He returns, and he's next to 3 witnesses, one of them who's introduced himself to you today. And unfortunately, these people have yet to correct the public information that's been sent out. I was also a witness. Here I am in that back of that same video. From my video, you can see here Sebastian Rowan, as he and others are attacked before they committed any violation of the overnight camping, and some of them had nothing to even do with setting up tents. I witnessed as the chief of police pointed, summoned, and directed 2 officers to violently take down Sebastian Rowan. You can see that here, and they do. And then he's arrested and carted away. Since there was no evidence of him attacking the chief, they now have said they arrested him for more serious crime of attacking 2 uniformed officers who assaulted him at the direction of the chief. Aiden, as you saw last time, was also falsely targeted and taken down. I won't re-show you that video that made some of you jolt. The Concord Monitor then followed up with reinforcement of what I said. Aiden was near but not touching the chief. The probable cause affidavit was falsified. Dean refused to comment. Since then, been a lot of updates, faculty senate motion, a forceful faculty statement that I handed out to you, saying that charges should be dropped, but UNH violated all of its values. The ACLU had submitted a 7-page letter, very heavy, about heavy-handed and excessive police response to peaceful protesters, unconstitutional viewpoint discrimination. Ironically, since then, the viewpoint and the things that the protesters were chanting as they were attacked were echoed by the highest court in the world. Free, free Palestine, basically, they said. Divest, divest. All states have to do that. It's time, therefore, for the truth to be told and announced and correct the enduring news media record that you just saw. And if we don't want this to happen again at UNH, these types of things, it's not too late for some of the officials here to correct the record, and I encourage you to support this resolution Anyone who wants to see my prior presentation, you search on my name, UNH, you'll find it, or search on this title here. Thank you. Did it. Whoa. I can do one thing right, at least. Thank you. Not too late.